Yoo-hoo, we're back. Bloody great to be here. Travis had a bit of a sickness as well. Ah, sorry to hear it. Hope you're feeling better. Julia, how you doing? Oh, I'll tell you what, you're feeling a little bit better. Great to be back with the stream. Missed it. Lady B, welcome. Harlan, great to have you. Mary, appreciate you. Kavya, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So I've got to remember how to do this. Missed a week. Well, music's a bit loud. Thank you very much, Travis. I will adjust that. How's that? Yep, I'm lowering the music. How's that? I am Frank. Welcome in Ben boys. That's it. Yep. All right. So how's that music wise? Way better. Beautiful. Okay. KT, welcome. Let's assess what we're doing here today, shall we? So I found this little dude. Just as a warm-up. As always, warm-ups are a good thing to play around with. Also, I think I've fixed the stream playlist. It's not going to be as eclectic because I'm not listening to the same stuff that you guys are listening to. So someone pointed that out on YouTube, and I'm very grateful. You know, I love your drawing style. I'm glad Instagram warned me about this live. Oh, bloody great to have you. Keanu, 4 in the morning. Far out. You gotta get some sleep. But appreciate you being here. Okay. So I reckon I might just bloody jump into it, you know. Just get going. Resume. Do I have a streaming schedule? Yep, this time every week. Zara, following you from Iran. Far out. It still boggles my mind. We've got people from all over the place. Me just sitting here in little old Adelaide in Australia. Julie, I thought that cup was a coconut for a split second. Yeah, it's not. You're not far off. It's a I don't know what fruit it is, but it's a gourd. This is yerba mate. I'm experimenting with this instead of coffee, so we'll see how that goes. It's like a whole thing. It's like you got all like the. I don't know if you can see it. Like, oh, are you kidding? Fuck. You're shitting me. Hold on, give me a sec. Oh, I just poured it all in my keyboard. What a start. What a way to come back. We'll get to some drawing in a moment, everyone. Is my mic still on? Can you still hear me? I don't know. Is it way too loud? Hold on. Technical difficulties. Oh man. Oh man. I've already replaced this keyboard because I did the exact same thing. Julia, I blame you. Alright. Fingers crossed, everyone. Now, looks like someone's thrown up on my desk because there's bloody tea leaves everywhere. Alright. But I mean, this wouldn't be a stream if something didn't go wrong, you know? Keanu, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, it threw me for bloody 6 last week. I really wanted to stream, but I just couldn't get it going. Still got a bit of the sniffles, but we're back. All right. Okay. Let's see. Does the keyboard still work? It's connected. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Beautiful. Okay, well, fingers crossed. Benji, appreciate you. Resume is a sign of fortune. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. But in doing that, it turned this transparent. I don't know. Okay. Whew. Let's get cracking, shall we? Buggy Babe, great to have you. Alright, so I'm just going to whip open the Filthy plugin. Shout out. Shameless plug. Bloody Mixter coming in clutch as always. Luis, is my mic still good? I don't know. Is it still coming through? It looks to be coming through on my end. I don't know about if you guys can still hear me. Spilling the yerba mate all over the place. Alright. So we're going to wonkify this as always. Duncan. Great to have you, my friend. How you been? Oh, it's bloody good to be back. I tell you what, I missed this. It's only been a week, but it feels like an eternity. So let's see if we can encapsulate this in a shape. Yep, mic is good. Beautiful. Dana Vision, appreciate it. All right, let's have a look at it. What is it? What like, and it's at its core, what is it? Which way do we want to wonkify it? Do we go up and stretch it, or do we flatten it? I think we stretch it up. Now, why are we doing this? One, because I feel like it. Two, I love just playing around with simple shapes just to get me in the flow of character stuff. I'm thinking about very similar stuff from, like, say, Drawit, just doing this sketch from like last stream to this. Very, very similar stuff. Alright, so it's just a good little warm-up, because if I'm not worried about getting likeness or anything, because it's really just simple shapes. I guess there is a likeness of a car. There definitely is. But we'll make this guy look pretty wonky, which I'm happy with. Yeah. No, it's been a little while. I didn't stream last week. I was sick, but now I've been well. All right, so real simple shape. Sorry, Instagram, I'm a bit shit with keeping things in frame, but we'll get there. Let's get my head out the way for YouTube. All right. So I think that's a good little start. Alright, got a little bit of the panel lines, giving ourselves opportunities for perspective. And you know what? It was, because I haven't posted anything probably in like a week. And that's kind of the longest I've gone in a very, very long time without posting anything. And I think it's done me good, because I've got so many, because I just couldn't. And it's a good little reset, you know? Like, I've got ideas going like crazy about stuff that I can do and blah, 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 blah. Just sort of like rip me out of the grind of just like posting and blah, blah, blah. I reckon it was a nice little blessing in disguise. I appreciate you, Julia. No worries. Duncan, did you have the dreaded flu? Yes, I did. It was one of those, I thought it was just like a little quick overnighter, but it was a little bit further. We went a few more days than expected. Silent Box, how you doing? I feel like this guy would have like smoke pumping out the back end. All right, let's we got the sketch. Let's start whipping in some shapes. So we're just warming up at the moment. I should bring back the warm up graphic, I think. That would probably be helpful. But we're here now. It is what it is. Alright, still going super simple. Trying to find the silhouette. There. Cool. We're working with something. Let's shed some light on this little guy. So, light source coming from the right hand side, you can see by the shadows and the front. So I'm just going to block it in. Boom, now we've got something that's dimensional, but it's a little bit lackluster saturation wise. So warm sunlight, let's warm it up a little bit, add a little bit of that yellow in there. Boom. Don't have to exactly copy the colors of the reference with it. So that's not what we're here for. Paul, how you doing? Great to have you. Silent Box 22. How often do you livecast? I have alerts set in my phone, but there are alerts for everything. Yeah, I feel you. Same time every week. Right now, every week. Okay. Oh, it's good to be back. Doing some funky little warm-ups. Oh, Paul. Very good. Now, a little tip for that one. From me, this is not an assumption on you at all, but it's something I tend to do, and I wish I didn't. Don't just look at the pictures and copy them. Read and like absorb the writing. I tend to do that. I'm just like, oh, that looks nice. Let's see how. Get a few of the little ideas that they mention in the book, and then, oh yeah, let's just look at the pictures. No. I know to my younger self, bloody read the thing. That would be ideal, because it would speed up the learning curve like phenomenally. Let's have a look here. Get the little magic wand dealio going. Oh no, maybe not. What am I doing? No, I'm getting too caught up. Let's do big shapes. Haven't been doing much drawing or anything. I've actually been smashing some plain Janes. That's been good, just to get on top of that, because I want to have a July new batch run, and I've been smashing the simplified hands as well, which is going to be good. Trying to figure out the packaging for that, securing that, making sure the paint and everything is all nice and hunky-dory when it's shipped. Adam, it certainly is. How you doing? Great to have you. Chris, welcome back. I'm reading as much as I can. I'm glad to hear it, Paul. Fahar, it certainly is. Welcome. I think that's his name. But yeah, I went and got myself a couple. Oh, you won't be able to see it. of the Cricut cutting machines, because I'm coming out with new stuff. I need to get some stuff prepared for Lightbox and just more batches in general, and I wanted to speed up the process of making the packaging and all that sort of stuff. So I went and bought a couple of the newer models of the Cricut machines. I think it's the Maker 3. So I've got double the output. Which will be interesting to see. But in doing that, I've got no room for them at the moment. So I've got to go and build I reckon that's a plan for today. Go and make another table in the workshop. So I have bloody 3 tables in the workshop. And this one I'm going to aim to get it wall mounted. So that's going to be a whole thing. But I literally have no room at the moment, so that's going to be a fun exercise. Volume, it's a little quiet. The volume's a little quiet. Okay, all right. Microphone volume. Also, is it me or okay? Thank you very much, guys and girls. Let's have a look. I'm not entirely sure. Let's up the gain on this. How's that? It's a little bit, because this mic's very sensitive to moving away. Adam, got the guns out. I appreciate it, Victor. Oh, I feel like I've shrunk in size just from being sick for the last week, but no, I appreciate it. Down just a tad. Okay, actually, I've got a monitor now, so let's whip the monitor on. Testing. Down. That should be bang on, I think. Better? Sick. Chalkboard, yeah, Duncan. We got oh, hold on, I can hear myself. We got accepted into Lightbox, so I'm making the trek over to the US and A. So that's going to be a whole thing, and I'm working on a YouTube series, I guess. Like, I'm thinking about calling it The Road to Lightbox, because I've got no idea what I'm doing. Like, I haven't traveled overseas for years, like over a decade. I don't have a car yet. No, I haven't. I've barely had time to do anything, if I'm honest. Let's have a look. All right, let's ground it. This is my favorite part. Let's make this little car feel like it belongs. So I'm going to do a blue, because I'm not doing the background. I'm just going to do it kind of like I did the bus. Bam. All right, cool. Now we're sitting in the scene. I appreciate it, Duncan. Dazzling, yeah. Lightbox. It's gonna be fun. I'm fucking a little bit stressed, if I'm honest, because of what is it? October 20 something, I think. So, yeah, I gotta get my shit together to be prepared for it. Got my passport all sorted, which is good. But the way I'm seeing this one is just like with anything, an experiment. See how it goes. I'm going to be staying with Christian. It's going to be sick. I'm going to try and live stream from Lightbox as well. I don't know how. I don't know, but that would be cool if I could, like, if I could get that and I'm just sitting at the booth. And we're just like doing a little live stream. That'd be sick. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Maybe got to get like the Starlink, or I don't know how. Because it could be a nightmare trying to do that. It might not be even possible in like the convention space. We will see. That'd be pretty sick. But I want to do some YouTube content around it. The road to Lightbox and like getting there, traveling there, setting it all up, all that kind of thing, to hopefully help people out that are looking to do it in the future, you know. Adam, Lightbox is an expo. Yeah, some networking possibilities as well. Just having a good time, really. Eduardo, great to have you. Vicious Drawings. Have you taken any inspiration from any artists when drawing vehicles? Probably. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I definitely, like 1000% yes. But what they are, I'm not entirely sure. I couldn't give you names off the top of my head, unfortunately. Alright. We're getting slow on YouTube. Not YouTube. What am I doing this in? Photoshop. So let's close Pinterest and we're back to normal because Pinterest has a memory leak. I wonder if I should actually contact the devs of Pinterest. Just be like, hey, when I'm on stream, shit is just like super slow. I appreciate it, Duncan. Oh, I'd love to meet Tom. That'd be great. Jay, how you doing? Adam, no, not speaking at any panels or anything. I don't think so. Jay, nice one. Yeah, it would just be cool to actually meet some of these people that I've been talking to online just in person, you know? Because it's just been all just online stuff. Okay, let's have a look here. Whoop, things are slowing down. I'm on Chrome again. I'm giving Chrome another shot, which is an issue. Yep, definitely Chrome's an issue. We'll fix this in the next break, but we'll just deal with it for now. I'm gonna whip to a brush like a crazy person. Bullwinkle, welcome. I appreciate it, Adam. Yeah, I've got no idea. Like, what do I just sit at the booth all day and do what? Like, I'm gonna bring the tablet and whatever, and I want to see if I can set up. And do I just draw all day? Like, there's some weird stuff about selling things. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think I've got to change to I've got to change to Firefox. Give me 2 moments. All right, my apologies. The music's going to stop for a sec. You'll probably still be able to see me though. Still here. Still here. Okay, quit Chrome, you scumbag. Alright. Whip open Firefox. And that should allow us to continue the stream because, yeah, that's a lot smoother. Yeah, Chrome's a hungry beast. Let me whip the music back on. And then let's get the old chat back, because that chat is now Chrome. Okay, pop out that chat. All right, we're back. Let me just update the chat momentarily. Firefox. There we go. We're updated. Yeah, that's my mistake for giving Chrome another shot. Because Firefox is cool and all right, but also it's not for some things. Like YouTube's been really buggy for me, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Whoa, way too big. That's what she said. Okay. Firefox. Sorry guys, I miss a week and I'm all over the place. Instagram, open it up. Create live video. Oh, and I'm still live. Misha, I see you, my friend. How you doing? And we're back. Nice. Oof. All right, let's catch up quickly. All right, hopefully this will be a lot smoother as well. Paul, any tips on rendering metallic? Don't think of it as metallic. If you've got reference, whip open that reference and think of the shapes that it's creating. It really depends. Like if you're inventing things, it's going to be another story completely. But other than that, let's have a look. But yeah, if you're inventing stuff, that's where you've got to kind of try and translate what's happening. That's when you got to think about the light source and what's going on with the light sources, why they're doing their things. But if you're just trying to copy some reference or try to understand the reference, I'll just be looking at the 2D shapes that it's creating, if that makes sense. Duncan, did you catch any of the 1000s Artist Wonderland? I did. I thought it was wicked. I thought it was very, very cool. Just like the different format of doing it. I think that'd be it gives me anxiety looking at that production, because that'd be an absolute fucking nightmare. Like trying to get everyone in sync with like releasing the videos at the same time. That'd be fascinating to see how that all played out and like the behind the scenes of making something like that. Jay, I'm working on, let's have a look at the canvas size. What are we working with? Why is it showing centimeters? Pixels, 4320 by 5400. All right, now, just like eyes, I'm doing the tires. That's how they can kind of feel like they fit within the perspective, just like eyeballs. There's a depth to them. Uh-oh. We're tripping out a little bit. I'm not entirely sure why. Ray, how you doing? Thun guns. What's happening? Hamza, today I was painting plain Jane for practice. Ah, fantastic. That's awesome. Okay, let's have a look. Let's get some depth in here, shall we? I'm going to use some. Duncan, just you talking about your lightbox plans had me thinking a bit about that. So keen to see your adventures. Yeah, you and me both. I've just kind of got to go grind mode because I want to get out. Okay, I'm being ambitious here. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. I want to get out like 5 videos. So what is it? It's June now, right? October. I want to get out 5 YouTube videos. That would be ideal. All right, so this is just a screen layer as well. It's nothing crazy. Just a screen layer, just to give that. Uh-oh, we're wobbling all over the place. That's all right. Just hold it together. Hold it together. Yeah, maybe it's also the size of the canvas that's glitching it out a bit. That would make sense. I wonder if I save this as and then halve it. There's like Fallout V2. Alright, then we go image, canvas size, and let's go pixels. Let's just times it by 7.5. Can I do math operations in here? Yeah, we'll just times this as well. 9.75. Yep, okay. Proceed. Some clipping will occur. Oh, I don't want the clip. Oh, hold on. Maybe I got to change the image. Image size. Show me the pixels. And then times this by 0.75. There we go. Makes it a little bit smaller. So hopefully it runs a little bit better. We'll see. One video each 20 days average. Oh shit, when you say it like that. We'll see. It's yeah, I've got one in the works at the moment, so that's to do with like the skull and everything, which will be a good one just to get back into the swing of things. I want to do one at least one. Oh no, Photoshop. At least one in the studio, like in the. It's the garage, if I'm honest, but I've converted it into more of a studio setup. All right, I'm going to save this. I'm going to restart Photoshop. Because we're glitching, and I'm not entirely sure why, but we'll troubleshoot it. It'll be fine. Let's go Photoshop. Open it up. Is the car from Fallout? If not, there should be Fallout themed car. True. There should be. Have I had any time to do traditional painting? I haven't actually, no. I really haven't, which sucks. I'm actually working on critiquing my Hellboy gouache, which what in the fuck is going on here? Right, what else can I close? What else can I close? Notion, go away. Notion calendar, go away. What else can I close? Now look. Yeah, the lighting is a thing, right? With the garage. That's something I got to sort out. Oh, we're glitching. Maybe it's because maybe Chrome's opened something in the background that's chewing it up. Who knows? All right. I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and I'm going to I will be back. The stream will pause. I will be back. I'm going to do a complete refresh. Actually, I will be back. Hold on. Okay, because this is unusable. Restart. Wish me luck. Oh, I'm back. Hello. Okay, so this should work a little smoother. Fingers crossed, because I restarted everything. I didn't open Chrome because that seems to be the issue. Let me just get the music back. And then I'll get chat back, and then we will cruise on through. If it still wants to work. Pop that chat out. Okay. Let's see how this is performing now. Is that music playing or no? It should be now. All right. Let's give it a whirl, shall we? Oh, buttery smooth. Touch wood. Silvano, you drink, mate. You drink. Oh, mate. Yesterday, tried it for the first time. I'm trying it as like a coffee sort of replacement. It's interesting. Headset, connect the headset. Duncan, of course you can. Ask away, my friend. I'm not even stressed with these technical things anymore. It's just, buddy, it is what it is. Always happens. Stylized art study. Copy that stream key, whip it into here, and we will be back in business on Instagram. All right. Ideally, if it wants to work. Hey, Dre. Ah, thumb guns. First quip of the stream. I like it. And no, it's not working. It's not working. I don't know what's happening. Fucking shit. Let's just close Instagram. Maybe Instagram's the issue. Sucks, but nah. This is unacceptable. Something's running in the background. Maybe I need a fresh reinstall of like the operating system. Who knows? We will make do. It's gonna suck butt. It's gonna suck butt. What I was gonna say is gonna suck, but we'll make do with it. I'm using OBS. Okay, where are we with this one? Okay. Let's add some of these highlights in here. The video is framey, but the audio is fine. Yeah, we're dropping a shit ton of frames. Why? Let's turn off. Let's stop that stream. Maybe my internet's having some issues. Probably. No, on my luck. All right. Nah, there's something up with the... Yeah. No, I'm not on the Dodo internet. I'm on the shit internet by the looks of it. I don't know what's going on. I upgraded it. Hold on, I'm gonna pop it way the way down. How's that? Am I still here? Am I still here? I'm still here. I don't know if you guys can hear me still there. Still live? I mean, I've got 0 drop frames at the moment. Fixed it? Should be better. Seems better? Alright, we'll roll with this. I mean, if I'm honest, YouTube fucking thingy feels better. Photoshop. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to sit down and have a nice little stream. No technical things going on, but you know what? It is what it is. All right, let's wrap this guy up. Let's just get this looking to where I'm happy with it ish. And then I'm going to call my internet provider. I'm going to have some words. I'm going to have many words. Got to be kind. But I've got to ask some questions. What would the Fallout themed vehicle look like? Yeah, bloody good question. Rusted? Oh, artistic. What's going on? Yeah, Australia fucking sucks for internet. I mean, I'm on the highest one that I can purchase in my like internet provider because I was having these issues, and it works well for like a month or so, and then it just goes to shit. Yeah, no, that's right. It would be all like old schooly kind of cars, wouldn't it? Let's merge this all down. Let's all merge this all down into one, and then we'll get to some character stuff. And let's clean it up a tad. Just go right. Clean up some of the sketchy lines. Alright, it's amazing just like cleaning up some of the sketch lines. Makes it look so much better. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fill. Let's whip some light on the top of this little thing here, just like. What else can we do to improve? A lot. I'm completely honest. Yeah, I'm with IINet. They've been alright, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let's add in the little windshield wipers. Just like bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. More light, more light. More light, Aziz. some of this reflection, or like the light source on the bottom side of the, whatever these are called, lights, I guess. I could just keep going on these for like a month of Sundays. But I reckon we'll just give it a couple of these panel lines, maybe a little bit of a treatment on the door handle. That'll do. Thomas the Tank Engine boss. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It should actually be a little bit more like if I was to use the good old warp tool, more like that, you know. That feels more like what it should be. But in doing that, the perspective has been changed. So we just got to go right. Make sure that goes down like that, goes down like that. Bam, bam, bam. Cool, look. Fix the tire up just really quickly. Get a bit of this shadow underneath here. Again, apologies for the technical stuff, guys. This fucking sucks. Rachel, how you doing? KT, kind of surprised nobody's gone Mad Max on any vehicles or parts in the Fallout world. Or maybe I just haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I don't know. Would be cool to see a Ben character driving a vehicle. Not a bad idea, Thun Guns. Not a bad idea. Any tips on having a fair price for commissions in art prints? It's a tricky one. I haven't done commissions or art prints yet. So there's a bunch of different pricing strategies just in general, you know, of like products and things. It all comes down to what the market is willing to pay for it. I was having a chat to Christian about this the other day about pricing artwork and how if you had a look at some of the art toys, for example, right? If you go into like the art toy world, if you put some of those art toys, they're phenomenal. I love them, right? If you put them in context of, like, say in like a Toys R Us or whatever, in like the discount bin, and you just put them there, and no one knew the context around what it is, how long it took the artist to make it, blah, 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 blah. They wouldn't fetch anywhere near the amount that they do, the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, thousands in some cases. Like one of the cores, like I think I used the example of like the cores, like art toys. If you just put that in like a discount bin at like Toys R Us, people wouldn't know what the fuck it is. So a lot of it has to do with context. And that's the same with anything, right? So it's really not answering your question because I don't know. I don't have a good answer for like pricing stuff. It's a lot of it is experimentation, demand in the market. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have any ideas around that. It'd be interesting to hear in chat. Blame Malcolm Turnbull. Dylan, how you doing, my friend? Great to have you. How's your projects been coming along? Fallout cards exist. Duncan, bloody good advice. Charge what the market is willing to pay for it. I think there is a maybe there's like a nuclear generator in the back of this thing. No, we could. Oh, yeah, okay, maybe I do that. Maybe I do a couple of. I don't know what a nuclear generator looks like, but we'll make one up. And it's probably going to look like something out of Monsters Inc. Yeah, that's the kind of vibe I reckon I'd go for this one. Let's do that really quickly. Monsters Inc. What is it? Canister? Yeah. This kind of thing. Something like that. It's like generating it and there's just like a bunch in the back, but they're like huge. Yep, cool. Let's have a look here. Let's just do a quick little Monsters Inc. thing. Also, don't speak too loud. Photoshop's running pretty good right now. So we're just gonna keep rolling with it. So I'm just gonna do one and copy it. There's no need to reinvent the bloody wheel. Alright, let's look at the perspective of it. So something like that. And then so you got like the whatever that is. Then let's make that yellow or orangey. No, that's more muddy. More orangey, please. Thank you. Zoomy Art, that is the Filthy plugin. You can check it out in the description. I see so many people say sell high to pay the bills. Yeah, well that's should be really the baseline. Of what makes sense, but Rachel's got it spot on as well. Look at similar. Do some market research. You know what's selling, what's the similar sort of price range for the same kind of quality and or category of thing that you're trying to sell as well. Is there a point of difference where you could charge a premium for it? Is that, you know what I mean? So there's a bunch. I would honestly look up different pricing strategies as well. And it's all experiments. You could like just sit there and like pontificate. Don't know why that would come about like all different pricing and this and that. You just got to experiment, in my opinion. Hamza, why is it called Filthy? Because we tried to come up with a name that had like autofill or fill in it. No, they were not filthy. And that's really it. Something a bit different, you know. Fulfill thee. I like that fun guns as well. It's not what it was, but it fits well. Prints are unique in that it can either be an open edition or fixed and closed. Yeah, so how I'm operating my shop is it's never open all the time. It gives me time to make quality things and not feel like I have to always be like shit, gotta have something in the store, gotta fulfill the orders. It gives me room to breathe and just know exactly what's there, what needs to be fulfilled, and then it's open and then it's closed, and then rinse and repeat. And it gives me like room to iterate on designs and things like that as well. Alright, let's fulfill plugin. Oh, that would be nice. Bashar, how you doing? Zumi, are you drinking terere? No, I'm drinking mate. Devi Animations, it's hard to compare when I'm not sure who to compare to. True. Okay, fair. There's artists at the same level of quality as me but have tens of thousands of followers. That is something that comes into account as well. The scarcity, the need. I guess it comes down to market demand. But again, I don't have the answer for you. I would recommend experimenting. And doing it in batches, at least for me, is a good way to experiment. Without like just having like the store open and then being like, oh, no one's buying the thing, you know what I mean? It's like you can have a date and you can let people know about the date that it's going to be releasing, and you're just marketing around that particular date, if that makes sense. Instead of like, oh, I've got these things available now, and then that's that. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out myself. I don't have the answers, but no, it's good. It's good chat. No, I didn't think it was Debbie. No, you're fine. My experience with Duncan. My experience with prints is it's hard to market unless you already have an audience for your work. But that is my experience. I personally think that's going to be something more like going to be more and more advantageous to be thinking about, is getting your work out there more and more. What does that look like? How are you going to do that? Is it growing more of a following? How can you display and showcase your work in a more unique way? Because it's legit, like the more eyeballs you have, the easier it is to experiment on these things, because you've got a larger data set of what's working, what's not. I would also open up a mailing list, so then you have control, or more control over who sees your stuff, so you're not at the whim of the algorithms. So if people like that really do love your work, they have the opportunity to actually get it when it's available, instead of waiting for Instagram or YouTube or whoever to show it to them, which may or may not happen, if that makes sense. But yeah, I've not done art prints. Art prints are going to be an interesting one to play around with soon, actually. Alright, I've gone way too long on this. I'm not happy with the yellow. Really not happy with the yellow, but it's something I might play around with. And then what we could do, we could like merge this down, and then you've got like multiple like sitting in the back. And then you just like cut that away, or even just put it behind. Even more behind. But then we need some in front. Ugh. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, that was a fun little warm-up. Bashar, terrible bit. Oh, that's not good. Bashar, I'm sorry to hear it, my friend. Yeah, Rachel, that's a good point. It keeps me saying as well is like this thing's iterative, even with like with content as well. It's iterative. It's not like, oh, I put all this time into this content and it didn't do as well as I thought it would. That's it. I'm done. No, you get up the next day, figure out what worked, what didn't, and keep pushing. It doesn't end, which is great. That's what I bloody love about it. All right, let's whip open Pinterest. I was thinking about doing some figure stuff. Let's go off to the side, just being careful. So I've got some stream figure reference. This would be a cool one. I like the shapes here. It's like an S, just like boom boom. So that could be a fun one to play around with. Let's just get going with it. Whoa, 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 what's going on, Oh, he needs his shadow. Ugh. Group it. Bugger it. Shadow separately, that'll do. Cool. Cool, move him out the way. Alright. Cool, let us figure stuff out. I recently watched a short video of your head painting on X. I thought it was very useful. Awesome. Scruffsy, what's going on? Great to have ya. Franklin. Rachel also invested in building my own, hold on, my own website with WordPress. That's been a journey in itself. That's fantastic, I think. But also, there's pros and cons to it. Because, I mean, WordPress is a little bit more, it seems like a step towards customizability from, like, say, your Squarespace or your Shopify. You can be a lot more custom with it if you want. But in being more custom, you are kind of on your own a little bit more, if that makes sense. And then if you do something like I've done, is completely custom. I've got no customer support that I can contact. I am customer support, which is good and bad, I guess. But for my store, I use Shopify. For my blog and everything, I've gone completely custom. All right, this is cool because there's like a lot of twisting and turning and all sorts of stuff, right? So we will have some fun whipping around some shapes. Franklin. Daniel from Atlanta. Great to have you. Have you ever drawn a dragon? I don't think so. I've drawn some dinosaurs, not dragons though. Yeah, Rachel, but it's fun. And you know what? With ChatGPT, I know people are all like, AI, fucking rah, 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 whatever. Like with ChatGPT, if you're troubleshooting stuff yourself, that's probably your best bet. Just for getting answers to specific questions, you know? I'd commission a dev to make a site, but if something breaks, I'd cry. I appreciate that. Yeah, honestly, it just for your store, I reckon go like Squarespace or Shopify. I use Shopify. So like one of my mates that does this and he sells prints for a living. He uses Squarespace. Like you don't need to reinvent the wheel with that kind of stuff. And you can also, if you want to do blog stuff and you want to go a little bit more custom, you can always just link on your blog to the store as well. Like I would not recommend getting too custom with it if one, you're not familiar with the tools and whatever. Got the chunky arms and hands, as usual. I'm going to change the head direction to more of this, like maybe down a little bit more. Ears up, nose like looking this way a little bit more. So if we thought about it as like a cylinder, it's like more tilted down. But I'll do that after. Let's try this. Big old calves, just like bam, bam. Whoa, way too big. Let's see if we can just like cap ourselves. Like, all right, that's as far as I want to go. There's always such a vibe to the reference you choose. So you're a yeah, I guess. Yeah, maybe I like see what I can do with it. Like I can sort of try and think a little bit forward to be like, okay, cool. I could like push this shape a little bit more. Push that shape a little bit more. I was on stream with Patrick Jones the other day. And he was mentioning, what's his face? Norman Rockwell. he was actually using. This just got me thinking with like reference. What is it, like a something obscura? It's like a mechanical tool where he would like transfer the photo reference onto the canvas, but he would like hide it from people so they wouldn't know. I had no idea. I knew he used a lot of reference, like photo reference. I got a whole book of his photo references. Camera obscura, that's the one. Also highly recommend Tim's Vermeer. It's on YouTube. Fascinating. Absolutely bloody fascinating. The guy that doesn't know how to paint painted his own Vermeer using what he thought Vermeer used to paint back in the day. Very, very interesting. Alright, let's make this adjustment to the head. So the head's down a little bit more. Up. It's too far this way at the moment. I am aware. So let's scooch it over. Daniel, there's a cool vid where he breaks down the models for his golden rule painting, one of my favorite. Oh, that's cool. Could you leave it in the comments? That'd be interesting to check out. Rachel, oh, that's cool. I did UI design for about, I don't know, 8 years. That's very cool. Like doing different disciplines like graphic design and coupling it with illustration and that kind of thing, because it'll help a lot. It's helped me a lot, even with like laying out posts and things like that. But yeah, for me, yeah, the UI design got a little bit old. Yeah, Rachel, that's it. When you're working for a company, it's all about what they want. It's very then you've got to work with the stakeholders and the dev team. What is within budget? What makes sense? Which sometimes means that you got to just reuse a whole bunch of like the same shit that everyone else is using, which kind of sucks. But also, at the end of the day, oftentimes it's for a business. So you got to do what works. Rich, no, yeah, I feel you. I have some stories, which I will not tell. Okay, I reckon it's a good time to knock it back. Do something that I've been doing recently is just like changing the color. That works. Daniel, fantastic question. I used to just call it a night. Oh, actually, no, wrong. No, this is a very nuanced. There's an answer to this that's very nuanced. It depends how long you've been going on it for. Right? If I'm getting frustrated, oftentimes the best thing to do if I've been working on it for a while is just to give it a break. Sleep on it. Alright? And then come back the next day. To come back the next day, what I like to do sometimes if I'm looking at it, trying to look at it as objectively as I can to figure out why something might not be looking right, get a bunch of reference of artists that I look up to, how their stuff looks, why it looks good, and then write some notes. So when you come back the next day, it gives you like a starting point. Like there's something off about the perspective, or there's something off about the shapes are too boring, or I haven't pushed it far enough, or the lighting isn't correct, or the lighting isn't consistent. Then when you come back, at least you've got a starting point instead of starting from scratch and being like, oh, this looks shit. What do I do? You know, so that's something that I like to do. Also sticking with it until a point where you realize that starting again is going to be a better use of your time. So don't be afraid, like don't be too precious with it. If it's not looking right and the whole structure's off, there's no use just like tweaking the eye just a little bit because like you've spent 10 hours on it. It's sunk cost. That time's already gone. Don't go putting like a good time after bad. If you've just got to completely get rid of the eyes, right, and start again, that's what you got to do. Hopefully that makes sense. Sketchy, how you doing? Welcome. Rachel, completely agree. I did graphic design before, UI design for the same company, but with the buyout and downsizing of everything, I don't see much opportunity here. So yeah, time to move on. Yeah, could be. Sisimaru13, how you doing? I'm drawing with a like a pen tablet, and I'm just looking at the screen. Franklin, off-stream topic. When is your birthday? 2nd of June. Casual, great to have you. Welcome. It's a bit cross-eyed, so let's scooch this eye over just a tad. Not looking for likeness here. I'm just taking a few cues from the reference. Nothing. I'm not getting too caught up into like getting it bang on with the reference. It really doesn't matter. No. Wrong. Alright, let's keep from zooming in and out. That's something that I've got to stop doing. Just keeping it keep it consistent. It helps so much with editing in the back, like after the fact as well. Like, no, I'm not a fan of the eyes. Let's start again. You and me both, Belly Babe. You and me both. That's why I've got to really think about like not overcommitting. Just fix what needs to be fixed. I know what I'm doing now. Like the eyes, I've tried the eyes a few times, not working for me. I tend to do the eyes too small, and then I've really got to focus on like, all right, make them bigger. That's just a stylistic choice, but it's feeling a little bit better. Still not super happy with it, but it's getting somewhere. Can we ever expect an art book? An art of book? Oh, probably not for a while. Devi, yeah. Just jump into it. Oh, artistic. I'm jealous. Rigging models. That's something I want to play around with. Auni Derez, how you doing? I've not tried Kara yet. I've not tried Kara. Value Babe, just had a treatment that's helping me gain some better function in my hand. Gonna take a crack at reviewing my portfolio development plan. Any recommendations? That's fantastic. Really, really glad to hear that. Your portfolio development plan. I've said this a few times. Like, I haven't made a portfolio, so I'm really not one to. I've never made a portfolio. All my stuff is just Instagram, so I don't recommend that if you're looking to get into like studios and that kind of thing. But I would look at the studios or whoever you're wanting to work for or work with, and then see if you can look at it as objectively as possible. Okay, this advice is just what I would do. I don't know if it's right or wrong. It's just me thinking out loud. I would then have a look at what they've done. See if you can get any like behind the scenes stuff, how they work and that kind of thing. And then see if you can demonstrate that in your portfolio. And instead of just showing, what's the word? Like finished pieces, like show your thinking. I think that's super beneficial as well, because you're a problem solver if you're going for a sort of concept art job or animation or whatever. So if you can display how you think, that's going to be very beneficial, I think. Again, I've never done it, but that's how I would approach it. Bashar, that sounds good to me. Sheldon, welcome. How you doing? Only portfolios are hard to make, yeah. Rachel, Ben's a lucky one not having to make a portfolio. Yeah, you never know. Maybe I have to make one day, but I haven't. But that's not my goal, right? But that's how I'd approach it. Look at, because they're businesses, they have goals. How can you help them achieve their goals? That's really what it's all about. He's so free. No, I wouldn't say that. Everything has its drawbacks and benefits. If I don't post, I don't make any money. So if I don't make sculpts, I don't make any money. So there's that side to it as well. It's not just all just like freedom and blah 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 blah. Because even this week, right, I couldn't post because I was sick, so all my numbers dropped, everything else dropped. Like, I've got enough experience now to not stress about that kind of thing, but I don't have sick days that I can take and get paid for it in a what's the word? In just like an expected amount. I might get a bunch of sales one day, no sales the next day from like the course or like the Gumroad tutorial. Like it's pretty sporadic, so it's a different lifestyle, different stresses. But I wouldn't have it any other way personally. Do you draw in C++ or C#? Shadow. Done. How you doing? Fair, but still something to aspire to. Yeah, but also, it might be. It all depends on your goals, your life. Like, what do you? Adam Savage was saying this the other day. It's like, what do you want? Instead of figuring out the job that you want, what do you want your days to look like? And like, how do you want to be fulfilled with your work? What does that look like? That's going to look different for all sorts of different people, you know? Because I still see myself as like starting up with this stuff. Like there's a lot of work to do to get it to like a real sustainable sort of deal. See if we can get these shoes in perspective somehow. Yeah, Debbie, exactly. Everything relies on you. Everything relies on you. It's great either way. That's how you approach it, and iteration is a key thing. Like how it's not over if a post doesn't do well. I gotta remind myself of that. I'm not immune to stressing about numbers and whatever. feel like I've got to push this a lot more. There you go. She's the driver of this truck. And she's got a very small version of what would be in the, in the back. So it's the battery. There we go. I just felt like there needed to be something. I've got mates that are into art. My lady is creative, but in different ways, like gardening and that kind of stuff. I didn't really know anyone before doing the Instagram stuff that was like, that was a quote unquote like artist in the traditional sense. Nope. Yeah, thumb guns, just like I think about the pecs even, like just like a male, it's gonna wrap her around a cylinder. Right, so if we think of it like that, let's take a look at these eyes. Let's think about the skull. See how many times I'll go over it again and again and again and again until it sort of starts feeling how I want it to. Don't be afraid to do that. I wish I did more of it. That's feeling better. She's some sort of, I don't know. I just gave her goggles. I don't know what she does. Raul, how you doing? Sun guns, nice one. Made sausages in the oven. You fancy person. Young Word, what's going on? Ben, how do you feel about all this Adobe hoopla that's going on? I haven't been paying attention to it, if I'm completely honest. With a lot of this stuff, I'm just focused on what I can control. Ashen Ginish, how you doing? Great to have you. Raul from Puerto Rico, great to have you. Okay, let's fix these up. And I think it's time to knock it back again. Knock it right the way back. Let's turn it blue. And away we go again. Daniel, no, I don't typically have breakfast. I usually fast until after the stream, so it'll be in like probably another 45 minutes. Now let's scale her up and let's turn the old reference off. And let's see how we go with this. And just think about the shapes that we've made. See how they sort of fit with one another. Oh, sun guns. Stop it. Bloody. I'm a bit hungry. If this stream stops early, it is Thun Gun's fault. Now I want to focus on simple, like how simple can I keep these shapes while still at the same time suppress your appetite. Okay, I'll do it with the money. It's a whole thing with this. Like I'm not going to spill it again, but there's like, you got the leaves in here, they're just like loose leaf sort of thing, and you've got to like Not boiling water. The water's got to be hot but not boiling. And then you've got to whip it in here. And this straw is like a filter in itself. And you don't touch it, because if you touch it, it like mixes it all like this. It's like a whole thing. I can get it in tea bags, but I want to do it. I want to do it the proper way, because I like the idea of it just like having this for the whole day. Because this will last me the whole day. And if I'm honest, I don't know if I enjoy it yet. But the coffee was just. I want to try and reduce coffee because it's so boom, 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 boom. Like energy-wise. Whereas this is meant to be more of an even energy sort of thing. We'll see. It's only day 2. I'm giving it a whirl. Yeah, it's really good for you. You need the unsmoked stuff though. The smoked stuff is not good for you. But the unsmoked, and it's apparently really, really, really good for you. So we'll see. It's an acquired taste, but you can add sugar before you. Oh yeah, I've looked at that. I don't know. I feel like that negates a lot of the benefits of it, but. Matcha is something I can't. I think I've got to have someone make me matcha, like a proper matcha, because I just think it's like, for me, the taste is like if a green tea leaf just like soiled itself and then put that in a cup and then you drink that. That's what matcha tastes. But I think I did it wrong, because people bloody love this stuff. See how we're slowly building this up from what it was? Right, if we go back to our original sketch, I mean, where's it? Hello? So like our original sketch, slowly building it up. I like to build the drawings up. I don't like to just, well, that is just how I've come to sort of figure it out. But you slowly build up the depth. I think is something that I'm focusing on, is trying to make sure that the shapes I'm putting down make sense. What are we smoking? So even these, I want to make sure that these are poking out in the right direction. Where would they be if this was real? What does this strap look like? I'm just completely making it up. That's going to go behind the ear, but maybe the hair is kind of still poking out here somewhere. Then let's simplify the hair. And then to sell this a little bit more, if I was going to color this, I might even put like something like this over some kind of indication that she's had the mask on, because she might be working on the car or something. Combine matcha with coconut milk powder. Ooh, that sounds alright. Make sure they got a red beanie and tiny tattoos before that. True. I appreciate it, Bullwinkle. Yeah, I agree. Something about just hanging out, doing this kind of thing, it just hits. It's nice. How's the music? Is it less eclectic? Because I'm listening to Spotify at the moment. Music solid, beautiful. Remember when I said your voice was calming when I watched your stream for the first time? Yeah, I fell asleep. Oh no. Alright, there's a weird tangent here, so I think we can do something about this sleeve. I used to have big hair when I was a wee lad. I had like big hair. Oh, also guys, I'm going to be streaming with design cuts with Tom Ross as well. You can join it. I'll just mention it now before I forget, if you guys want to swing past, because it's going to be more of like a lesson kind of thing. Like I'll be talking through like techniques and whatnot. It's actually in my stories at the moment on Instagram. So if you guys want to check that out, so it's going to be Wednesday. That'd be cool to have some of you guys in the chat. Here, we'll make a happy little ghost line. Yeah, but I'll be swearing through the whole thing. I'll be like, oh, this looks like shit, doesn't it? But that's okay. It's all a part of it. And then the camera turns up and I'm like, fuck! Just curious about how do you usually figure how much detail to go / put into place or parts of a piece. I'll go until it makes sense or until it starts to not make sense. So it's really a feeling at this stage. But it's like, so let's take the jeans for example. I'm just going off the top of my head. I don't have reference open or anything. So it's like, all right, maybe I want a bit of a silhouette here. But I don't want to go in maybe and do all these little like sewing lines, or maybe I do. Yeah, maybe I do. And then I leave it. And that's kind of it. But then I might not want to do every single like belt loop. Maybe there's too many here. Maybe that's a little bit distracting. So then I'll just knock it back. Maybe I'll just keep it to like 1 or 2. Something like that. It's really, again, like with all this stuff, it's all experimentation. I would love to see, I don't think I have any photos on me, but oh, it's embarrassing. I was like 13 and it was blonde and it was just like, poof. MNTL, make nothing later. Yeah, not off the top of my head because France has been pretty busy, and so have I. But we've got a episode in the can. I can't give you a date, unfortunately, but hopefully soon. Which is the biggest cop-out answer, I know. But I was meant to catch up with Francis this week, but I couldn't. So we'll hopefully be catching up maybe this week, hopefully. Depends on how he's doing. Franklin, let's have a look. I'm hopping on one of your future stream sessions. You talk only on how you break basic shapes down, or what shape comes to mind once you see a face rest. Can you rephrase that question for me? Uh-oh. The song's a vibe shift. Thank you for letting me know. Let me listen. What are we listening to? Jesus, it is, isn't it? There we go. That's what it feels like, isn't it? Fuck. It's pretty bloody intense. Not my usual speed, but I've got pretty eclectic tastes, so wouldn't put it past me to have some random stuff in an actual playlist. Oh, I've also been playing. I've also been playing with grease pencil a little bit in Blender, which has been really, really cool. I'll show you in a sec. Nah. Catch you later, Dylan. Yeah, I listened. System of a Down. Yep. Chop Suey. When do you think your video will release? I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks. That's the goal. Daniel, it does, doesn't it? My old bud, Grease. That hand is way too big. This is where I'd actually get reference and try and make it fit a little bit better. Maybe. Just carrying both of them. Elbow grease pencil, there you go. Thoughts on the new Mad Max? You're a fan of the franchise? I'm not a fan. I just haven't explored it at all. I'm very uncultured when it comes to movies and stuff. Glitch, I'd like to see a realism art before you change to stylized. Go back to my first post on Instagram. Like before I was actually posting on Instagram. Like consistently. Nah, good call, Thunk Guns. Good call. Or maybe the hand could still be, maybe they're not super heavy. So the hand could still be down here. And she's like holding some sort of like toolbox to like fix stuff. See, this is just like when we're doing these kind of little, I don't know, study sessions or whatever, it's good just to try and tweak and change and see, okay, where's the story here? What's actually happening? And then see if you can make it fit. Maybe she's wearing gloves. Maybe that fits the story a little bit more. Then these boots are not work approved, so they need to be steel cap. This gap here I don't like. It's not like sitting where it should be, like if she was holding it. So I think let's take this away and this one so it moves at the same time. Let's scooch it down here so it kind of it would sit in the kind of her back or her side. If that makes sense. Have you ever seen Star Wars? I have seen Star Wars. I mean, could you do a live stream study on how you break down basic shapes or what shapes come to your mind when you see a face reference photo? Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like a full YouTube video as well. Because I kind of swap, to give you a quick insight, I guess you could say. I swap between 2D and 3D thinking at any given point of time. And there's kind of like a slider that goes back and forth between the two, right? So in the beginning, a lot of it is 2D, right? In the beginning, a lot of it is, okay, what's the overall shape, right? We've got a head and neck here. But as soon as I do this, and as soon as I start to do this, and as soon as I start to do this, that's then bringing it into the 3D realm. And then I might go back into the 2D, and then I'm like, all right, let's add the hair, let's give her a bun, you know? Then it's like, all right, let's bring it back into 3D. How does that wrap around? Maybe she's got a headband, you know, where's the ear? 3D. Right, so I'm kind of going back and forth, and then I'm going 2D with the shadow shape, let's say, and then I'm going back 2D with the eyes really quickly, but then 3D, kind of 3D with the iris, because I'm then thinking about these as spheres, and then these are going in perspective because she's looking this way. And then I might just do a quick little 2D block in for the nose, right? And a quick little 2D for the eyes, and then a raise. So I'm constantly swapping back and forth between 2D and 3D. And then I'll add 3D for the nose. And then 2D for the mouth, just to place it. And then a bit of 3D as to how it fits on the actual face itself. So just as like a real quick overview, just to give you something. That's kind of how I'm thinking about things. Hopefully that makes sense. Like I've tried my... I think there might be a better analogy here when I'm explaining things, but this is kind of, I'm always think of it as a slider. I'm going back and forth, and there's somewhere in the middle where it's like kind of 2D-ish. Like if I wanted to like try out a larger nose, right? Like that's 2D, like a large nose. Now we're 3D. Right. And then we can go back to 2D to try out like a smaller nose. Like, all right, maybe it's like a smaller little button nose. It's like out here. And then 3D. And then 2D. So it's always back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Finding the story, making it fit is usually where I get hung up. Should be the fun part, but coming up with lore is tough. What's the thing? Like now, there's no real lore. It's just, I drew this car and it had these things in it. And then I was like, oh, she needs something. Maybe she's just holding one of these things. Maybe she's a mechanic. Or maybe she like has something to do with this car and like that's the fuel source. Or maybe this is the car that only just transports the fuel sources for something. You know what I mean? Like I'm not thinking too hard about it. Especially with this kind of this getting stuff down. If I started to get too hung up on things, then it almost makes things too precious. I don't really want to change too much and blah blah blah. So this kind of fits a little better. Ben, what all out a Pinocchio nose? What about a Pinocchio nose? As in how I would think about it? The about the credit score usually helps me. Oh, beautiful use of emojis there, Rachel. Look at that, contextual emojis. So I think same deal. Cylinder, boom, 2D, 3D, 3D, same deal. I hate saying trust the process because I've heard so many people just, oh, you trust the process. What the fuck is a process? And how, like, if I don't know what I need to trust, like that's why I want to be very, like with stuff that I put out that's more, not how to, but like how I do stuff. I want to explain it a little bit more rather than just like, oh, I just trust the process, because that used to shit me to tears, that. What the fuck is a process to trust? And is it the process? Are there other processes? Why are you doing these processes? Like, I don't know. Maybe I think too much about that stuff, but trust the unknown process. Vinny, how you doing? Someone told you to focus on the business of art before the artwork. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with focusing on the business of art, but saying something before, like focusing on that before the artwork, I don't know if I would agree with that necessarily. I'd like to know their thinking behind that before I'd like judge it, if that makes sense. So it might have some reasoning behind it that makes sense in the context of the conversation you were having. Just draw with vibes, you know, like who cares? I mean, kind of. Like, I don't disagree with that either. How can I have a sale when I'm not confident in my work, you know? Yeah, I get that. But I think you could very quickly start waiting for the right time. Because you could just then like say, oh, but I'll be ready when my art's good enough, or blah 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 blah. I'm just talking from experience of what I would have done. I would have started a lot sooner, like with the business, thinking about the business stuff, and getting your work out there and not feeling like there's any one particular time that you're going to be ready for any of it. And know that it's not the be all and end all if something doesn't work out. It's all just a continuum, and everything you will learn from. You'll learn more from the failures, but I mean, it's not the goal, right? It's kind of like a consolation prize. It's like, yeah, I learned something. It fucking sucks, but I appreciate it, Franklin. Rachel, honestly, Ben, I found out about you through a YouTube video where you said to question the foundation for like heads, and I was like, yeah, screw the normalized process being advertised. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I'm so like anti the normalized process. I guess anything that I put out, it's gonna be how I think about things, and like what helped me. And it's, I don't think I'll never say something like, this is the way it has to be done. Or I was just seeing a lot of people saying like, this is the way, this is the only way, and blah, 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 blah. And it just isn't. I appreciate you, Glitch. Yeah, Rodgon. Yeah, I like his stuff. He's a hell of a pool player as well, apparently. Daniel, it can be hard wearing many hats with a digital art pursuit. I'll say that. That's why I got a lot of respect for you, Ben, because I didn't realize how much of an entrepreneur and skill set is needed. Yeah, it's not sitting down and drawing all day, that's for sure. But I love that stuff though. I really enjoy the business side of things because it enables me to keep doing this stuff. And it keeps allowing me to make new things and that kind of thing. It's like, I think if you can learn to love, we talked a little on Patrick's podcast from the other week, we talked a little bit about that. Patrick was saying that he's a little bit averse to the whole business side of things, and he's super successful with his art and that kind of thing. We had a good chat about having that as part of like the packaging of things, like how you present your art to the market, I guess, if you wanted to talk in businessy terms. There's an art to that. How you position yourself in the market, how you create content. I enjoy not all of it, but a lot of it. It's all intertwined for me. I dropped out of art college and have improved in craft the last 2 years, and now I feel stuck in a way. I'm debating if I should go back. Accountability and discipline is very important. Daniel, yeah, I mean, I think it comes back to what your goals are. What do you want out of it? What do you want to do? And you don't have to have the answer. Like but I think having that North Star of, okay, what do you want your days to look like? What Adam Savage was saying, it's like, yeah, what do you want your days to look like? I think that's a good thing, and then start working towards that. Yeah, Kelsey as well. Yeah, I agree. Rachel, my honest opinion is that to make a living in doing art, then you need to invest in developing those business skills. It's not essential in making art, nor should prevent. Agreed, Rachel. Agreed. Dharmic, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, Debbie, that's fair. That's fair. The networking is great, and that's something I didn't have. I've gone like tighter up here, and then as I've gone down, I'm like, oh, loosey goosey, until we get to like here. It's just a whole bunch of bloody sketches. I guess I kind of know. Ben, well, yeah, I mean, like this is it. Like this is kind of, I don't know if you call it networking, but it's making connections, right? Like we're in chat, we're hearing about what we're all working on, you know. Whoop. Glitch, I don't know if I've told you this, Ben, your current art style is exactly the art styles I've wanted to have long before I found out about you. Oh, that's awesome. Being able to draw people yet still be stylized and cartoony. It's something I love doing, and I completely vibe with that. Because I'm not where I want to be yet, and that's never going to change, and I'm happy with that. But yeah, that kind of vibe of like, all right, I want to somewhat realistic, somewhat cartoony, somewhere in the middle there. And it's always going to be evolving. If I appreciate you. Alright, this foot Not looking good. More like a chunky boot. But that looks flat. As flat as anything. This should come out this way. And then back there. That needs some tweaking. Alright. I might show you what I'm working on with grease pencil, but before we pop over into Blender just for a couple of minutes, let's get the plugs out of the way, shall we? Talking of the old business side of stuff, if you like this stylized stuff, you know the drill. If you're new here, welcome. Great to have you. I do have a 8-hour 10 chapter walkthrough tutorial of drawing and painting this guy. Right, you get the videos, you get the 3D models, and you get the 40-page field guide. So it's a PDF walking you through how I go about drawing him and painting him up. Second, we're going to fly through these. Art drops. Going to be doing an art drop in July. All right, so if I come here, right, Plain Jane was the first art drop. Right, so just come to my link tree. Oh, actually, I'll copy the link into chat. So this is the early access list. You get early access from the general public an hour or a couple of hours before the initial drop. We're going to have Plain Janes in this one. We're also going to have the stylized hands, which I've been working on, which you can see here. So it's a breakdown. I'm thinking about calling it the breakdown series or something like that. So I'll be doing the sculpt and then what I'm thinking about when I'm using it sort of as a study tool. So this will be bundled together, both of them. So if you want to get some art from me, whether it be a Plain Jane or one of these ones, there may be some prints. We don't know yet. We'll see. Go sign up to the early access list and you get emails from me directly instead of trying to find it on Instagram and YouTube and all that good stuff. Last but not least, second to last, got to speed it up. Filthy plugin. Check it out. Website beneblin.com if you want to fill in your lasso tools very quickly like we did at the beginning of the session. Pop in here, links in the description, and the podcast with my good friend Francis Lee, an absolute bloody legend. We talk about the business side of stuff. We're talking about business in chat here. Those that enjoy this kind of stuff or you want to get into the content side of things, we got a podcast. We chat about the real numbers, the real behind the scenes of what goes on with trying to make this stuff work and do it as a career, right? So if you like that kind of stuff, all the links are at beneblin.com. And with that, I think that's all the plugs are over. I think. Art drops, early access, tutorial, done. Now let's check out the grease pencil. Sponsored by Liquid Death. Catch you later, Franklin. Plug. That's it, Debbie. That'd be sick. I'd take a Liquid Death sponsorship. It'd be kind of cool. Are you going to use glaze when posting your artworks in IG? I don't know, maybe. I honestly, I'm so out of the loop with any of that stuff. It's just, for better or worse, it is what it is. Glitch, the PDF is so useful in the walkthrough. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, it's Kara, I believe. Glitch. Okay, so this is what I'm working on for the YouTube video. breaking down the skull. So we've got some a little bit of animations and stuff going on here. But what I've figured out, not like I've figured out, but I've been learning. If I come here, I turn all the sections and the parts on. Right, and then if I go new grease pencil, let's add le grease pencil. I think it's stroke. No, I want blank, don't I? Yes. And then I go to draw mode, and then I parent this to the skull controller. Maybe this one and this one. No, this one and this. No. Or do I have to do it to geometry? Yeah, I probably have to do it to geometry. But let's say I just parent this grease pencil to... No. Sorry. This is... I'm new to this. I'm shit at it. Parent the object. Okay, so now... Where's the grease pencil gone? No. Okay, I've lost the grease pencil. Hold on. Give me... Okay, it's here. Alright, now, then we come to draw mode. And all going well... Which it isn't. What the fuck? Alright, let's start that again. Let's start that again. Sorry, I had it working before. I don't know what's going on. Let's go again. New mesh. No. New grease pencil. Blank. Cool. Can we just start drawing? That's what I'd like to do. Let's just do that first. Why is it not drawing? Can someone help me as to why it's not drawing? Oh no, it is drawing. It's drawing here. Okay. So... It's drawing... What? Okay, maybe we just go layout mode. Maybe that's going to be better. Grease pencil. Draw mode. What? Okay, have I got something... What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Change the brush to the pen. Where? Ah. Surface. Bloody legend. There we go. We're back. Okay, so now we can like draw on stuff. And then we can change the offset to be like less. And you can do this to make kind of like a toon shader. Or not a toon shader. I figured out how to do that as well, but that's a little bit more involved. But then we can sort of like sketch on our things. Oh, Matt, I think let's offset it just a tad. And I don't know why it's a little bit see-through, if I'm honest. I had it working. Let's go to the materials property. Yeah, I don't know why it's kind of see-through. Weird. Oh well. But yeah. It's kind of cool. So you can kind of like learn from it. But what I was really interested in was doing the toon shader, which I don't think I did in this project. But I made like a toon shader where it looked like a drawing, even though it was like a whole thing to fuck around and do it. But once I got it set up, all the node structures were in place and it kind of looked like a cell shaded. I think I can quickly do the cell shaded thing, maybe, if I remember. It might completely just not work, but we'll see. I think it was, we're going to add, I can't remember the shortcuts to get it up. I apologize. Maybe when we come more prepared, it'll be, I'll be more prepared to actually show you some shading things. But it was pretty cool because I think it was, let me see what, if I can find, was it Tyler Edlin? Was it him? Tyler Edlin Blender. Because there was it was like a really cool effect. No, or is it Ryan Lang? Yeah, oh, he's taking all his stuff off of Instagram. Fuck. All right, maybe the Kara. What am I looking for? Did he put his stuff here? Yeah, this. Here we go. So that is a 3D model. So it's nuts. So that's pretty sick. So I wanted to see how to go about that, and I think to get those little like lines and stuff, that's the grease pencil. In the lobby with crack. Now I'm big time, dawn of the pack. On the inside, harder to act. On the flip side, dawn of the track. Yeah, so I think I've figured out the shading on it. So it's like a color ramp. No, but I think this is all grease pencil. So you just went over the lines with the grease pencil. But to make some of the outside lines show up, it's like another thing using the solidify modifier and all that kind of thing. But yeah, it's just like kind of cool sort of thing. So I just wanted to play around, see if I could figure that out. But yeah, but this is going to be in the next YouTube video. Don't save. But yeah, look, I reckon we'll leave it here. This is fun little sketch, getting back into it. Bloody great to be back. A week was too long. Vishal, I want to learn this so bad. Yeah, well look, I'll share what I learn as I go with it. I just got to have some time to actually like do the thing. Mortimer, this is awesome. I'm new to art. I'm an AR artist, been doing art for 5 months now. Awesome, Mortimer. Great to have you. Devi Animations, I want to play with toon shaders too. Maybe keep a post-it note nearby to remember the node setup. Yeah, Devi, definitely. Definitely. Or just take a screenshot of the node setup. I'll see if I can put the link in the Discord to the video that helped me get the toon shader just to get it set up. But you've got to do extra work with the grease pencil over the top. I think to get that look. But yeah, with that, look, I just want to say a massive thank you so much for popping in again. You're bloody legends. Sorry for the technical difficulties up front and spilling the mate everywhere. Debbie, oh yeah, is there a blended channel? Yeah, I can't remember it off the top of my head. Oh no, sorry, a blended channel is within Discord. No, there's not, but there should be. Congrats, Mortimer. All right, with that, I reckon we'll call it a day. Great to have you. Same time next week, 10:45 Australian Central Standard Time? Yeah, Australian Central Standard Time we're in now. And I believe I'll catch you in the next one. You too, Ray. Thanks for popping in. And let's figure out how to get to end the stream. Alright. Toodles.